All right, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Lin versus Soin. This game taking place here on Echo Isle. Gonna go ahead and get to that all-important 2-minute mark, opening things up with Blade Master Grunts going up against Headhunter Farseer, as Soin spawns as the red orc over here on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, on the top left, we have Soin spawning as the blue orc. Red versus blue in this 1v1 matchup. Things already unraveling here as the Farsi are going to go ahead and try and clear out of that creep camp. Same thing happening off over here as well. I thought there was going to be headhunters, and it is, except a slight variation. It is going to be that one grunt first, and then transitioning into headhunters, allowing for a little bit perhaps more tankiness, and also being able to do a little bit more creeping early on away from all of the, well, and actually having units instead of just trying to creep with that Farseer and those Spirit Wolves. Coming back over here to the top right, Soin now going to be going to the Voodoo Lounge, selling that Scroll of Town Portal, picking up some healing salves, just waiting for that shop to be done. There you are, selling it, picking up those healing salves, Scroll of Speed, and now going to be making its way out. Blade Master does use that healing salve on him early. Meanwhile, the Farseer is already trying to put pressure on the inside here. Notices the base layout and says, you know what? Perhaps there is a Blade Master I can disrupt healing on, and does do exactly that. All right, disruption on the healing once more, a little bit slight critical strike as the Null Poacher taking a little bit of damage. Farseer trying to stay close enough by to get that last shot off, but unable to do that as the Blade Master now sitting at level 2. Grunt Farseer Headhunter with Spirit Wolves now retreating back for Lin. Meanwhile, what is Soin's strategy, as we are teching a tier 2, I believe, on both sides? Very similar builds overall. The way that they lay out their buildings does allow for some protective buildings on the inside a bit later. Soin does not have a war mill, which is important to note. We'll see what buildings will be coming out later, perhaps, or most likely, a bestiary, as we're going now into clearing up these Null Brutes, and the Farseer hoping to just put pressure on his opponent here. Grunt now coming across here. Farseer trying to chase Grunt now. Excuse me. Grunt now making its way back as the Blade Master does pick up that potion of invulnerability off of the Ogre Magi in the back, using that wind walking trick. Wind walking trick to make it so that those other two Ogre Maulers are unable to join in on the battle. Headhunters are here. Blade Master ends up losing that healing salve charge right there, as they may try to go into a bit of an engagement, but this is actually a little bit dangerous, as the Blade Master trying to go after that Headhunter here. There's once more a wind walking strike. This Headhunter needs to back away, and that Blade Master, well, really absorbing quite a bit of damage, and then after all of that work, sees that the Headhunter is denied, not giving that Blade Master any sort of experience. Beautiful play coming in by Lin for that extra bit of additional micro, as the Blade Master now uses a healing salve once more. He's down to one final charge, and that is pretty much it. Chain Lightning bouncing around, able to finish off of that Grunt. All right, army sizes are 26 to 34. Lin with a slightly larger army should be able to put in a bit of pressure. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is retreating all the way back. 500 hit points and no kill. Worth it? Well, during the early stages of the game, you're always trying to go for a little bit of a sacrifice. You're always trying to find a way to get a little bit of an advantage. The Blade Master does ultimately end up losing a healing salve charge, which is 33 gold. 33 gold, really greatly not that big of a difference. And at this point, and if you're making these decisions and these, in scenarios where you ask a question, was it worth it to use 20 seconds to, take down a troll headhunter or a headhunter? Well, you're already in a very, very good place. Meaning for most normal players out there, that could possibly be worth it if you're able to get an advantage somewhere else. You still were able to take down a Headhunter from your opponent, even though your Blade Master didn't gain that much experience. Headhunter now trying to retreat all the way back here. Blade Master will have a difficult time. Farseer does have Dust of Appearance, uses the Dust of Appearance, now going after the Headhunter, as the Headhunter now ripping back through once more. Ogre Mauler could end up getting in a little bit of additional damage, but that Headhunter was taken down. Blade Master may try and take that last bit of experience here. Is he going to be able to do it? No, he is not, as the Blade Master ends up, wow, Potion of Invulnerability just in time. Split second difference right there, 15 seconds, taking down another Headhunter once more, as the Blade Master has to be incredibly careful. Blade Master does have Windwalk trying to get away. Spirit Wolf's Scroll of Speed trying to chase back here. Blade Master now down to 41 hit points. Is he going to be able to back away? That is the question there, as that Blade Master also able to run around the map extremely quickly. That one healing salve charge making a drastic difference right there. 36 supply compared to 41. That Hex, yeah, nearly almost got him. One additional attack was all it would have needed, or a split second difference right there, making a dramatic outcome. Farseer is sitting at 3. Shadowhunter does get up to level 2 off of that creep camp. We see that the Shadowhunter is out and about for Soin as well, as both sides are really just leveraging their units to their maximum ability. That Blade Master leveraging every hit point he has in order to stay alive and cause problems and threats a little bit more micro for Lin. Meanwhile, Lin now coming back around does have a Scroll of Talon Portal just in case things go sideways. And now you can see that the Farseer, if he can actually get off a couple of chain lightning to bounce around onto some of these units and disrupt some healing, that could work out well. All right, quick Hex onto a Shaman. Shaman now going to be in a little bit of trouble. Hex onto the Blade Master instead, as the Blade Master now looking to try and finish off the Shaman. The Shaman is incredibly important, as the Shaman can break those Hexes pretty easily and also cast that Lightning Shield. Meanwhile, Grunts all across the other side here trying to get in a little bit of damage. This Headhunter backing himself into a corner, and the Headhunter actually survives as the Grunts realize, wait a second, I'm a bit low on hit points. This Headhunter may not be able to make it. It gets taken down, and wow, staying just inside of the range of that Scroll of Talon portal. Coming back through, who is coming out ahead? Level 3, level 2, level 3, level 2. Army size is about the same. Tech Fortress going compared to Stronghold, so we should be looking at Berserkers in just a moment. That Berserker upgrade so important to give that extra 100 hit points, if nothing else, making the Headhunters that much more difficult to take down. Coming back through, Shadowhunter now wants to get to level 3 for that level 2 healing wave, and it really may come down to who gets to level 3 on that Shadowhunter first. Once Soin gets to level 3 on the Shadowhunter, he may try and put pressure with the Shadowhunter, knowing that he can out-heal his opponent for the same amount of mana. Now, with that said, what is going to be coming in and who's going to have that home field advantage? Soin doesn't want to attack his opponent straight up inside his base, as he's also going to have a Tauren Chieftain out onto the battlefield. That Tauren Chieftain's extra bit of stun could have a big impact as well. Blade Master quickly breaks Windwalk right there, and now going after that Shaman. Shaman taking quite a bit of damage. Spirit Wolves trying to get into harm's way, trying to block that path, but not really working out. Berserkers are all here as well. We're seeing Healing Wave bouncing around. That's exactly what we were expecting, as Lightning Shield also goes down as well. Blade Master of Soin really starting to take a little bit of, or deal a little bit of damage back and forth. Tauren Chieftain coming across with some Shaman, also has a Clarity Potion as well, and we may see an unexpected stomp here as a big change about as well. All right, there goes a Healing Wave. Headhunter trying to retreat back. Lightning Shield now down onto a Grunt as well, as the units are still trying to make their way back around across here. Another Headhunter going to get taken down. Lightning Shield on a Grunt. He quickly gets purged. That could be a problem as well, as the Tauren Chieftain going to throw down a Stomp, stunning the Blade Master for a little bit and stopping his damage. Scroll of Speed now trying to execute a quick tactical retreat. 47 supply compared to 45. Both sides with Scroll of Speed able to move across really quickly, as a Berserker gets into harm's way and, well, finds himself on the wrong end of a Blade Master's sword. Big stun coming across here. Healing Wave trying to heal up Soin's leading Grunt here, as the Headhunters or Berserkers need to continue to retreat back. Another Grunt could finish off another unit here. There goes trading Grunts for Headhunters. If you can do that, that is going to be good for Soin. Meanwhile, triple Grunts trying to take on another Headhunter here. Both sides racking up quite a bit of damage, as the Berserkers are, well, going after those Shaman after a single purge, making them move that much more slowly. Both sides taking a lot of damage back and forth. However, the Tauren Chieftain not that close to level 2, and the Shadowhunter not that close to level 3, as the Shadowhunter, well, now with Lightning Shield, difficult to take down, as the Grunts would accidentally surround them and then actually be taking more damage than they are dishing out. Tauren Chieftain still back across here. We could be looking at, yes, there goes another Purge. Another Grunt could get taken down. Another Healing Wave coming back around. Farseer could be in trouble, down to 33, down to 11 hit points, down to 8. Is he going to be able to escape away? A big stun comes down, and a couple of Grunts could get taken down as well, as we are looking at those Grunts trying to retreat back. 126 hit points on that Grunt. Meanwhile, Blademaster may be going after the Farseer here. Where is that Farseer? Farseer needs to heal back up, and he is dangerously low on hit points. He knows it. He knows that the Blademaster is still around here. Scroll of Speed perhaps should have been used as well. There is the Windwalk Strike. Is the Farseer going to use the Scroll of Speed? Should have used the Scroll of Speed, able to break away as he's going to be rejoining up with the rest of his army. Spirit Wolves now down. Healing Salve being used. A couple of low hit point Berserker needs to be healed up. Blademaster quickly revealed right there. He's going to get backed off. Another Healing Salve used once more. Soin has the slight supply advantage and a slight hero level advantage, level 4, level 3. However, once the Tauren Chieftain gets to 2 and the Shadow Hunter gets to level 3, it will be a much closer game of being able to overcome that level 2 healing wave. Farseer now trying to engage here. Tauren Chieftain in that frontline spot. Purge now going down. Tauren Chieftain continuing the fight. Healing wave, lightning shield onto the Tauren Chieftain. However, that's quickly purged out, and as the Shamans do have Bloodlust. Peons now being brought back over as well. Tauren Chieftain does not have enough mana for a stomp as both sides are fighting. Lightning shield now coming back the other way. Purge going down onto a Berserker. He's unable to catch up with the remainder of the group.
A player's forces are under attack.
Continuing to retreat back here, Soin finds himself in a little bit of a better position, but he cannot allow his opponent to get to level 3 on that Shadow Hunter. Once there is level 3 on that Shadow Hunter, which should be the case here, clearing out this orange creep camp, double level up, Lin should be able to take that advantage. Tauren Chieftain, just boosting the entire army with faster movement speed and faster attack speed. Shadow Hunter being able to support better with level 2 healing wave, and with that could be all the difference that is needed. All right, just waiting for the skills to be chosen here. And, well, how are things going to be unfolding? Blademaster now purposely trying to aggro back these gargantuan sea turtles. Shadow Hunter is off over here as well. And meanwhile, we're looking at the Farseer. Farseer looking to join in, perhaps being able to get higher level up as well. No, trying to get the Tauren Chieftain to level 3 by himself. If the Tauren Chieftain can get to level 3, level 2 Stomp would make a drastic difference as that radius increases so much, opening up the stuns and making it so that the Tauren Chieftain doesn't have to line up and get so close into the action in order to pull off effective stuns. Healing Wave now coming back around. Burrow Rush, how are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. As we're looking at, 50 supply over 50 supply. Shamans with bloodlusted Berserkers going up against, Shamans with Grunts. But the Shamans are not bloodlusted or don't have bloodlust. So that is going to be key as well. Level 2 Hex now on the table for a longer Hex. After a quick Hex from the Shadow Hunter, you better believe the Blademaster will be focusing all his attention on that particular unit to try and take them down. Tauren Chieftain being just shy of level 3 at the start of this battle may be the difference here in this battle, as the Ultra of Storms taking a little bit of damage here, but Headhunter is not going to really be able to do that much, nor these Shaman either. All right, Spirit Wolves trying to dive on in. We see a Purge quickly coming in from Soin as well, giving more experience to all those units. Lightning Shield now coming down onto the Berserkers. The Berserkers trying to finish things off. Blademaster across over here. Is the Lightning Shield going to last long enough? No, it is not. There's another Lightning Shield trying to maximize the damage. As we can see, the Ultra of Storm was down to 13 hit points, and another Purge goes down onto that Headhunter there. Tauren Chieftain really wanted to line up. Yes, gets up to level 3 now. Level 2 Stomp looks really good, and is he going to place it down? That is the question. Level 2 Stomp, no, he hasn't even trained it. There's that level 2 Stomp coming across multiple units with that Lightning Shield. 46 supply compared to 52. Multiple units bouncing around. Low hit point Headhunter able to back up. Tauren Chieftain still a bit low on mana. Needs another Purge or something else to go on as the Grunts are trying to fight back against all of these units. Tauren Chieftain still battling it up here. And level 3 Tauren Chieftain throws on another level 2 Stomp, but this time with no Lightning Shield on the Tauren Chieftain to rack up any of that damage. 49 supply compared to 32, and that's exactly what needed to happen. The Tauren Chieftain needed to get to level 3 and level 2 stomp, and now suddenly, well, Lin's army is just that much stronger. Blademaster, even though it's at level 5, will he be able to carry the damage all on his back? Shadowhunter still has plenty of mana to go. Tauren Chieftain, pretty much full-on hit points with some survivability items, going to be nearly impossible to take out. 1,000 hit point, 6 armor unit with Potion of Invulnerability and support. Nearly impossible to take out, as the Blademaster does have 284 critical strike. Blademaster with some powerful items. Claws of Attack +5, +9, and 3 circlets of nobility. That is for +6 stats across the board. The Blademaster also, well, a force to be reckoned with as well. Blademaster trying to go finish off all those units. Shadowhunter has a plethora of items since he is fighting so close to that Voodoo Lounge, as items are just getting transferred back and forth. Blademaster now trying to go down, does have a potion of healing as well, could quickly use that, as the Shadowhunter needs to use a potion of mana to try and keep that Blademaster alive. Blademaster was actually too far away from all of the action. That healing wave only was a single target heal, as the Chain Lightning now bounces back through. Shadowhunter looking to retreat back. Shadowhunter, if he can get to level 5, is going to be a big difference, as well as level 3 healing wave could be a drastic change. Blademaster now trying to go after the Farseer. Blademaster could be in trouble. Potion of healing used once again, continuing to burst down multiple units. Shadowhunter does have a potion of mana. Is he going to be able to use it in time? There's that healing wave bouncing around across the board, as the Blademaster is still in a little bit of trouble trying to back up once again. Shadowhunter really needs that level 5 for that extra bit of healing off of that level 3 healing wave. Now going after the Farseer. Farseer, however, gets healed up at level 2 healing wave coming back around. It is the game of the odd levels making such a profound difference back and forth. Taking down the Shaman is going to be a big deal, as the Shadowhunter now has access to level 3 healing wave. Going after that Farseer. Farseer now down to 7 hit points. He gets taken down. Stun onto the Blademaster. Blademaster could be in trouble. Healing wave bounces back around. 20 supply compared to 35. And Soin's level 5 Blademaster with potions of healing. And the shop just playing such a big deal. There's a Hex going down, but however, the potion was used up in time, as another Berserker gets taken down. Farseer now trying to back away. Shadowhunter has plenty of mana. There's a healing salve. There's a clarity potion, and you better believe the Shadowhunter and the Blademaster are going to be ready for an engagement here. Berserker could easily cause some problems. There is a quick poke onto the Shadowhunter, denying quite a bit of mana there, as the Headhunter, well, able to survive here. More Berserkers trying to battle their way through. Blademaster needs to get another potion of some sort, as all of the gold mining is going straight into items on that Blademaster. Blademaster now getting very close to level 6, 23 supply compared to 40, as that Blademaster and the odd levels making such a profound difference. 2 level 5 heroes going up against 2 level 3s. Blademaster army, the one-man army working overtime to just try and heal everything back up. Shadowhunter healing up as well. Blademaster opening up an item slot now. Taking the Pendant of Energy away from the Shadowhunter, so that the Clarity Potion is much more effective when the Pendant of Energy is given back. Interesting call there. 25 supply compared to 42. All right, a little bit of break and a reprieve in the action, as the Blademaster is still only sitting at level 5. The next round of level ups, thank you for the follow, is going to be absolutely critical. The Farseer needs to get resurrected, and it's about halfway out. Meanwhile, the Blademaster has no easy way to get anything additionally, as we can see the Shadowhunter has 330 mana already. Level 3 is going to be a very big difference, as that Shadowhunter with level 3 healing wave and a Blademaster with, well, so much armor can really deal that damage. 288 point critical strike. That is level 3 critical strike across the board, as we're seeing the units trying to engage here. All right, in comes a bit of damage. We see Hex, we see Lightning Shield onto the Blademaster. Blademaster in the back line trying to go after the Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter unable to finish off that, or Blademaster unable to finish off the Shadowhunter, as the Shadowhunter now trying to escape back the other way. Shadowhunter down to 310 hit points. More damage coming back across the multiple side. Blademaster continuing the fight. This is bloodlusted Tauren Endurance Aura boosted units, as the Farseer now back out here onto the battlefield. Tauren Chieftain gets a stun off on the Blademaster. Blademaster gets a long distance heal. That heal doesn't go back the other way, as the Tauren Chieftain, while trying to get a surround onto the Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter could be in trouble by himself. Scroll of Speed being used, as the Shadowhunter going to be able to back itself out. Healing wave, healing both of the multiple units here, as the Blademaster trying to go after the unit there. Scroll of Speed being used, as the very fast Piggy able to get away. Tauren Chieftain now gets up to level 4. Blademaster still the one-man army going after the Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter still getting healed. There's that healing salve, and the Blade Master without mana, unable to close in on that distance. Soin throwing everything he can with all the micro he can to try and take down the heroes and take this game, and it may not be enough. Units looking to retreat back here. There's another healing salve once more. Pendant of Energy should just immediately be dropped. Potion of Mana be used and picked back up. That's exactly what needs to happen right there. And that's exactly what happened as the Shadowhunter now back up to 181 mana. They're going to head over to the Voodoo Lounge, try and pick up some additional items. And if a couple of lucky breaks do happen, Soin can still get to this game. All right, in comes the engagement here. There's a purge onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain now trying to back away. Blade Master continuing to fight. The Blade Master, 320 critical strike, trying to finish off some of these units. Shadowhunter still has plenty of mana, as now finishing off some of those other ground units as well. Taking down each of those units one at a time. There goes that Stomp, level 2 Stomp with just that bit much bigger of a radius. Able to finish off some of those units here as the Blade Master continuing to fight. You can see we are already at Fortress. We have Bloodlusted Blade Master now coming in, as we are at tier 3. Blade Master continuing to fight things back around. That Blade Master, how much damage can it really do? It has an item slot ready for a potion if it wants it, going after some more units. There's another healing wave as well, as the Blade Master is continuing to fight its way around. Blade Master getting very close to level 6. Blade Master needs perhaps an item slot to use a potion of healing, as we're looking at the units going back around the other way. Another Berserker could get taken down. Is trying to run around away, and it's able to do exactly that. Meanwhile, the Shadowhunter now running back off to the north. Blade Master doesn't have any of the items that he thought he should be looking at, as the Orc Burrows really need to be coming back inside. Blade Master now up to level 6. Is he going to be able to carry this team on his back here? More healing was necessary. There goes a Wind Walk through, and now perhaps going to try and buy a potion of healing and a potion of mana while going after some units. There's a potion of healing now being used, but the Blade Master now going to be in dangerous trouble, as he's down to 200 hit points. He's going to try and Wind Walk away. No, he does not have the mana. Takes a quick Hex, and that is going to be the game. Level 6 Blade Master falls, and Soin does give the GG. Soin playing a game of Dota here in WarCraft 3. Solo hero trying to finish off multiple units, trying to get those last hits in, except he was playing AD carry and also his support in that Shadowhunter, keeping him alive, and well, fighting also next to a shop, being able to just buy a plethora of items. Great game. A lot of micro there. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, and stick around for more WarCraft 3.